There was once upon a time in my life I thought people didn't like me, and I had every reason to believe that until I did an evaluation of my own character. And of course, there are certain things I found out. Hi there. Welcome to the Abundant Life. Just like I said before, there was once upon a time in my life I felt people didn't like me. Anywhere I go to, I discovered, especially those around me, their reaction towards me. You walk into a place and people are careful around you. It's like they're walking on eggshells. They're careful not to offend you and all that. And one day, I listened to my father, Reverend Dr. David Oboyle, preach on human relation. He spoke about the entire commandment being broken down into two. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your strength, all your might and all that. And love your neighbor, of course, like yourself. And he explained how the entire commandments are broken into two. His emphasis was more on, our relationship with our fellow man. I saw myself through that message. I saw a lot of things that I felt I wasn't doing right. So an idea came to me and I decided to implement that idea. I went out, met those that I know will tell me the truth, gave them a piece of paper. I said, write down, if I ask you to tell me face to face, you probably won't, be free to express yourself. So take a piece of paper. In fact, I gave them a piece of paper, write down the good side in one part of the paper, and then the bad side, those things you feel are not doing right. And actually, my interest was on the things I wasn't doing right. There's some things I saw there that I felt were not sincere. I personally felt so. There's certain things I took very serious because if a number of persons say the same thing about you, the possibility is that thing is true. Looking glass self, we see there's something also called a blind you, that's the you that other people see that you don't see. So I took these papers back, went through them, evaluated them, and I found out that certain things were reoccurring in every one of those feedbacks I got. One of those things was how I used to get angry very easily. So I had to go back and look at that again. I went back and I worked on myself. I will leave my house in the morning and then after prayer, serious prayer, asking the Holy Ghost for help, I will tell myself today I will not react angrily to anybody. At first it was difficult. I kept failing, but I was determined to change. So I kept working on that consistently and eventually, I got to a point where people will look at me and say, be well, because that's what they call me. You've really changed. What happened to you? The difference is now clear. Now I can stand in front of people, since I speak to people all the time, and I do that evaluation openly. And of course, the response is positive now, and I'm grateful to God because I was able to sit back and tell myself the truth that I'm not perfect. And I sought people's counsel, and they gave me their honest counsel, and it turned out to be true. Now let me conclude by saying this. The reason for all this story is this. We are not perfect. None of us is perfect. Learn to listen to people. You may choose to practice what I did. Talk to people that you know will give you honest feedback, and when they give you that feedback, don't get offended. Ask them what area do I need to improve on, and then expect their honest feedback. Once the feedback comes, just like I said before, do not get offended. You can choose to do exactly what I did. Give people a piece of paper. Tell them to express. They mustn't put their names there. Express their thoughts on how you behave, what your character looks like, and then tell them where to drop it. And go pack all of them so that you don't know who wrote what. I'm just saying, those things you notice are common among them are things you should give much of your attention to because it means they are true. If you do this and you keep doing this consistently, what will happen to you is that you will keep improving, you keep changing. Except, of course, if you've made up your mind that you're perfect already. But if you're not perfect, please look for a way to improve. This was how I was able to get rid of that demon of anger. Let me put it that way. And today, not like I don't get angry. Of course, I'm a human being. But at least 80% of the complaints I used to get are completely eliminated. All glory be to God. So you can do that too and improve yourself. If you are not growing, of course, it means you are dying. So go back, work on yourself, improve yourself, and be a better version of yourself. I love you. Until we meet again, keep living the abundant life.